Malala Yousafzai, Warrior with Words, by Karen Leggett Abouraya, illustrated by L.C. Wheatley. Malala is a miracle in pink. Malala is a warrior with words. Malala Yousafzai did not celebrate her 16th birthday with a sleepover, but with a stand up. It was a miracle that she could stand at all. She stood up in front of the whole world to prove that words have power. Malala stood up in front of hundreds of young people and world leaders gathered at the United Nations. We will bring change through our voice, she said. She asked every nation to make it possible for every child to go to school for free. Every child, every country, free school. Our words can change the world. Where did Malala learn what she could do with her voice and her words? Malala was born in Mingora, on the river Swat in northern Pakistan. She remembers my Swat as a land of sweet green valleys and mountains shimmering with snow, where people came to refresh their spirits and to be together with their families. Malala's mother was the heart of their home. She is quiet, but she is a strong and determined supporter of her daughter. Malala's two little brothers kept chickens. Malala kept books and also a notebook filled with her own words. Malala's father named his daughter after Malala of Maiwand, a brave woman whose poetry helped save her village from invaders more than 100 years ago. When the Taliban came to power in the Swat Valley, they said girls should not go to school. Malala's father, Zayuddin Yousafzai, was the principal of a school for girls. He encouraged his daughter to tell the world about those difficult days. Malala wrote a blog that was printed in her native Urdu and also in English by the British Broadcasting Corporation, the BBC. She used the name Gul Mackay so that no one who would know who was really writing the blog. I was getting ready for school, Malala wrote, when I remembered that our principal had told us not to wear uniforms and come to school wearing normal clothes instead. So Malala dressed in her favorite pink, and the other girls also wore bright colors. During the morning assembly, we were told not to wear colorful clothes, as the Taliban would object to it. The Taliban ordered everyone to obey very strict rules. They said that the girls should not be educated and women should not work outside their home. Malala wrote that this was a very dark time. We have some people who are afraid of ghosts and some who are afraid of spiders. And in Swat, we were afraid of humans like us. Just before winter vacation, the Taliban announced that all schools for girls in the Swat Valley would close on January 15th. Many of Malala's friends were afraid. Only 11 students came to a class that normally had 27 children. That spring, when Pakistan's army began fighting the Taliban, Malala and her family left the Swat Valley. Leaving home was like we would be apart from our heart, Malala wrote, because our home was our heart. I had to leave my books and my bag and my school. When the fighting was over, Malala's family returned to Mingora. The destruction made them weep. The house was in chaos. Her brother's chickens had died, but miraculously, the books in her room had not been touched. They are very precious, she wrote. Her father's school opened again, but many other schools had been destroyed. Malala was sad and angry. She began writing and speaking out to everyone who would listen, and she did not hide her name anymore. Malala wanted to prove that peaceful words have power over violence. Every day she went to school with her pink backpack and filled the pages of her notebook with words. Education is our basic right, she wrote. She won Pakistan's first National Youth Award for Peace in 2011. On October 9th, 2012, when she was riding home from school, a man from the Taliban climbed on the bus and shot Malala and two of her friends. Her friends were able to recover in Pakistan, but Malala had been shot on the side of her head. She was taken to a hospital in England that specializes in treating wounded soldiers. Her family and her friends feared she might not live. Miraculously, Malala recovered with no injuries to her brain. She spoke at the United Nations only 9 months after the shooting. Nothing changed in my life except this, Malala declared. Weakness, fear, and hopelessness died. Strength, power, and courage were born. I am the same Malala. My ambitions are the same. My hopes are the same. My dreams are the same. Malala and her brothers are now going to school in England. Malala is sharing her dreams and her words around the world. People around the world are answering with rallies, prayer vigils, and marches, singing, I am Malala. With support from her parents and many other people, she started the Malala Fund to give girls hope for a better life. 40 girls in Malala's beloved Swat are now in school because of the Malala Fund. Malala talks to them regularly on Skype. Other girls are sharing their stories on the Malala Fund website. Malala says her dream is to be a politician and help save her country. In 2013, the European Parliament awarded Malala the Sakharov Prize for Freedom of Thought because of her courage in defending the right of all children to be educated. Malala is a miracle in pink. She is a warrior with words. She wants every boy and girl to stand up and speak out for the millions of children who are not able to go to school all over the world. Let us pick up our books and pens. One child, one teacher, one pen, and one book can change the world.